is Janice, and I'm currently an assistant HR manager at Unilever, and I graduated from ESSEC last year from the Singapore track with a double degree in KU University.
My name is Nick, and I'm currently a second year at ESSEC in Singapore, and I'm about to embark on my exchange at UCL in London.
Hi, I'm Clara. I'm a third year student, and I'm currently interning at KPMG's Digital Village.
This is Cerella here, the career advisor for the GBBA. I've been with ESSEC since 2018.
Okay, shall we get started?
Sure.
Yes.
So let me pick the very first card. So it says, what sparked your interest in getting a business degree, and why did you choose to pursue the Global BBA program? For me, actually, growing up, I've always wanted to be a teacher, so business degree is very new to me. But I took up an elective course in high school, and I really enjoyed it, and I liked how versatile a business degree could be. And I grew up in an international environment, so I wanted to keep that going, and Global BBA offered me an option to be in Singapore for a few years and also to explore the world outside.
For me, it was also in high school where I started being interested in business. And the way I saw it is basically business affects us everywhere, whether it's the things you buy or the places you work at. So it seemed almost like a language that I wanted to learn, and ESSEC seemed like the right place to do so, given its academic excellence.
Because I had a natural gravitation towards business from a really young age. I think that growing up in a family that was very business oriented just pushed me in that direction.
It's true that here in ESSEC, we do really have the international background because we do have students from all walks of life, from different parts of the world. So I think that is actually the biggest plus point that we can see from the students here, that our ESSEC campus is very international.
So what do you think is the value of pursuing a business degree from a career perspective? I think that's a very good one because business is very different from other fields. It brings together people of different backgrounds, from the sciences, from the arts, and it basically turns their product into something that is commercially viable, that is of value. And that's why I think business is definitely a high value activity and a very important skill to master.
Going to business school really gives you that head start and helps you look at a problem at different angles.
So let me pick the next one. It says, how was your internship experiences? And then we actually have a question for Cerella after. My internship experiences prepared me for my current role, how to work with people, how to get adjusted to the work life and things like that. I would say, yeah, it's been really helpful.
Landing my internship, I received a lot of help, which I'm grateful for. And once I was on the job, I thought that it was going to be very scary, that I didn't know what to do. But then all of a sudden, all the skills that you learn at ESSEC, they kind of kick in, and then you actually enjoy what you're doing. You learn a lot. You meet some great colleagues, and you make some connections for life. And it's been quite enjoyable. My
biggest takeaway was that I keep leveling up every single internship. Every time that I was put on a different project, I got to do better things or more difficult things. And that's when I feel my confidence, and just okay, yes, I'm able to apply the things that we learn in school into this project and, make a difference.
Okay, so I have the question for Cerella.
Right.
How did you help students secure their internship experiences?
Okay, but that's a very broad topic. Okay, but in general, I would say in career services, basically what we do, we curated a lot of career services workshops. These workshops actually help you guys equip with the basic skills to get you to land into an internship, because each and every student comes from different background. So that's where I have to come in, step into it and give them a tailored advice and help them along the way if I can.
Second to last, this is a big one. What are your thoughts on the key skill sets that ESSEC has equipped you with to thrive in a post-COVID marketplace?
For me, it's out-of-the-box thinking, because the only way we really overcame this pandemic is by changing the way we think and by challenging the status quo.
Being in the ESSEC environment throughout your 4 years of college, you really learn how to be adaptable. You're taking classes online, you have to be adaptable in the way, you make connections with friends. I think that's a very important skill set that ESSEC has taught me, and also along the ways we can implement it post or before even COVID.
So Cerella, quick question for you.
Right.
What are the skill sets that Career Services has equipped the students with?
There's only one that I would like to highlight the most, and that would be networking. Because here in ESSEC, we emphasize a lot on networking. And I agree with adaptability, because when COVID actually hits us, how are you going to network? So what happened is at ESSEC, we even changed our career fair into virtual fair. And of course, prior to the virtual fair, we actually even had a networking workshop for the students just to teach them and equip the guys with the basic knowledge on how to network virtually.
So end off with my very last question for everyone. What advice do you have for students who are thinking of embarking on the ESSEC Global BBA journey?
I think it would be to really figure out what it is that you want and what it is that you want to prioritize, because I think for me the biggest one was the international exposure and how many international opportunities that I could have in one program.
So I would really say challenge the status quo. Don't be afraid to do a little bit different from what your peers are probably doing, or think outside of the box. I took a leap of faith, and I think I came in, and on my first week I realized that it's a top business school in France, which I think a lot of students coming from Asia would realize that.
For potential students who actually want to get in here, of course, to me is think about what are the exposure. When I say exposure as an internship wise, why ESSEC makes a difference is that we actually do have a field experience. In other words, it's actually called the volunteer work, because the school has to ensure that every volunteer work actually counts. And I think here in ESSEC, we actually do have mandatory internships and volunteer work that students need to be exposed to. And I think that makes the big difference. Okay, so it's a wrap. So before we end off, do you guys have anything to add on?
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Right.
I would just say that if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to reach out to ESSEC Student Ambassadors. I think there are a lot of them, and from different backgrounds, different nationalities, so just reach out if you have any questions.
Yep, and also best of luck in your applications from all of us.
And hope to see you on campus soon.
Yep, see ya!
Bye.